Do you feel guilty when you don't get to work on your goals or habits? Are you overwhelmed by the busyness of your schedule? Well, stick with me, Mom, because I have some solutions for you. Hey, Mom. So, welcome to this week's Momtrepreneur Life Coffee Chat. So, I am recording it a little earlier than normal because this week is going to be so busy. Like, we're having dessert for breakfast this week because that's what's made. That's what I can quickly grab from the refrigerator. But it is healthy dessert. So, it is dessert that won't make you, you know, regret eating it. And I'm going to leave a link below for Beauty and Brawn if you want to find out more about eating healthy dessert for breakfast guilt free. So, and I also wanted to bring up this week's show, which is how is success defined? So, I talk a lot about how all success starts with failure. And, we look at Steve Jobs' story with Pixar, and then, of course, Jeff Bezos as well. So be sure to check that out. If you want to see how these paragons of success started with failure. So I was actually very excited about writing it. So it's definitely a don't want to miss out. So in this week's Momtrepreneur Life Coffee Chat, and I have my coffee. Okay, I want to talk about managing your schedule when it gets crazy busy. So this week it is like crazy busy. I have 5 different interviews, some for my podcast, some that I'm interviewing on. My oldest has this 4-hour like orientation meeting that we have to be at. It's like 4.5 hours, I think. And he has to have a parent there, so I have to go for that. Like, that one is just taking up my whole entire day. I just told my clients I can't work this day. I just can't work. But because we are moms and we are work from home moms, we have these incredibly busy times. So how do we manage it? So I'm just going to give you like practically what I'm doing for this week to manage my dessert for breakfast every day this week kind of busyness. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm not doing my normal habits. So I have certain like morning habits as far as exercising and, different things like that I do almost every day. So I have deleted all those from the schedule because I need more time in the morning to manage the rest of the busyness throughout the day. So I'm not doing that. I have started transitioning to doing like weight training and strength training. And so instead of doing those exercises, I have my bike underneath my desk and I'm being intentional about doing that. Even like setting my workout timer on my watch and making sure that I'm like riding, using that bike as if I were sitting on the bike riding. So I'm not totally deleting my exercise for the morning, but I am just shifting it a little bit so I can do it while I'm working. So I also did not create a to-do list for this week. So normally I have this really long to-do list, but because so much of my stuff is like chunks of time that's already on the calendar, I'm not adding anything more to my to-do list. So if I do find that I have time to work on something, then I'll add it to my do list because I do like to check it off. Okay, so I'll add it after the fact and then go back and check it off. And that is just, that's just life. Not every week is like this, but this week is exceptionally busy, and so I need to just manage it. The next thing I'm doing is figuring out easy meals to make. So today I have 2 podcast interviews. So I know, I think I'm crazy and I'm still working, all that kind of stuff. So I threw food in the crock pot this morning. And tomorrow, I think we'll do an easy meal like tacos or spaghetti, because both are like very simple to make. And then after that, I don't know what we're going to do. But I feel like I have been writing some posts on balance, and they're going to be coming up. So I've been writing them and then recording them. So, and then also writing the chapter for my book. And so I've been thinking, this is a topic I've been thinking about a lot lately. And so for me, it's really just trying to figure out how to do that for this week. Because again, this week is exceptionally busy with other things that are not normally in the schedule. So instead of freaking out about it, which I think most of us would do, like, how am I going to get everything done? I just need to look at like, okay, this week is an exception. It's not the rule. So what I'm going to do is I can make the exception to everything that I normally do for each week. And so I'm not planning those things that are normally planned. And yes, I have big projects that I want to work on. I have things that, again, I'm more into being consistent, working on things consistently rather than in big chunks of time, because I don't have big chunks of time to work on things. And so this week, it's just telling myself no, that it's okay to take a week off from all of these things, because I have so many other things added to my schedule. So it's really working at kind of a bare minimum for everything that I would normally work on. So because I can't add any more pressure to the schedule, or I may break. And that's the thing, that as moms, we tend to try, instead of like, what can I delete? We like, okay, let me just add this on and I'll figure it out. Add this on and I'll figure it out. But what happens is the pressure builds up, and then we end up crashing or wearing ourselves out or whatever. And so I don't want to explode under the pressure, but I want to be able to slowly release the pressure, like on a pressure cooker, and release the pressure so that it's more of I guess, a natural progression of things, as opposed to trying to jam pack my week. And again, it is the exception. This is not the rule. So next week is going to be totally different, but this week we're just gonna be a lot more busy, a lot busier than we normally are. So that is a wrap for this coffee chat. Be sure to check out lifeunboxed.blog. And don't forget, you can listen to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, so on any of the platforms. And be sure to check out the Life Unboxed store. So we have journals, we have a history timeline. I've actually created a reading journal for kids that is not live yet. So once it's live, then hopefully it'll be live this week. Then that'll definitely be posted. Lots of journals, mom shirts, all that good stuff. So if you want to support the show, that is a great way to support the show. And I will leave the link to the Mom Boss store in the pinned comment below. And let me know, how do you manage your busy schedule? Do you eat dessert for breakfast? Is that what ends up happening? Because that's what's made in the fridge. Actually, full confession, there is dessert in the fridge because of Father's Day yesterday. But I also made muffins too, so because I knew this week would be a bit crazy, so that I could just like grab stuff and go. So that's a bonus tip. That's your bonus. Anyway, I will see you in the next Momtrepreneur Coffee Chat, and be sure to let me know in the comments below, how do you manage busy, crazy busy schedules when they pop up, because they do pop up. And I will see you in the next show. Thank you.